Good morning, students. Welcome back again in the lecture of ecosystem. So today we are going to talk about the structure and functions of an ecosystem. So what does the structural aspects of ecosystem consist, and what and functional aspect of ecosystem is? So as you know that ecosystem is consisting of a living and non-living part. Both are that are interlinked with each other. Means one look we need to look around us and observe the closely that how all these part are important for our existence. The important aspect is that we are interlinked. The human species is interlinked with the other species, including the abiotic component too. This is an important aspect that is a vital part of our lives. Now, the non-living component of an ecosystem could be like the amount, could be water or various inorganic substances and organic compounds, the climatic conditions that such as rainfall, temperature, which depend on the geographical conditions too, and the locations, which is also related to the amount of the sunlight also. Now, the living organism in an ecosystem are inseparable from an inhabited. We can't be separated from this part. Now, the living component, let's say, for example, a plant. Its life ranges from extremely small bacteria, which is living in the air, water, or soil, the algae which lives in the fresh and salt water, to the terrestrial plant which ranges from grasses and herbs that grow after the monsoon every year. It could also be converted into a giant tree of the forest. Now, these plants convert energy from sunlight into organic matter for their growth and thus functions as the, we can say, the producer of the ecosystem. Then comes the component living component of the animal world, which ranges from the microscopic animal to the small insects and the larger animals such as fish, amphibia, reptiles, birds, and mammals. You can say that man is only the 1.8 million species, means one of the 1.8 million species that is surviving on the earth. But unfortunately, we are disturbing the system at a very large scale, and no one is here into us. Actually, be which I am speaking. So let's see the structural and functional aspect. Now, the structural aspects, as we talked about, is the inorganic aspect, the organic compounds, the climatic regimes, the producers, the macro consumers, and the micro consumers. These are called the structural aspects. Now, on this, the whole thing depends. You see how inorganic, organic compounds, and climatic condition helps the producer to produce the energy, and the consumers, the micro consumes the energy. Now, the functional aspects are energy cycles, food chain, diversity, nutrient cycles, and evolution. So, what does the functional aspects mean? Since we are going to talk more about it in the, you can say in the next upcoming lecture. The energy cycles is how the flow of energy from one part or component of the from one structure of the ecosystem to the another. The food chains is how these producers are then connected to consumers like that. The diversities is the interlinkagings between different organisms, how diverse and how interlinked they are. Now, the nutrient cycles consist of the biogeochemical cycles, which we are going to talk about in the later section. And then comes the evolution, means how living organisms get adapted to the surroundings and how they keep on adapting the new changes, or you can say the destructive changes which human makes. Similarly, in the inorganic aspects, like you can say carbon, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water, all some of the inorganic aspects. Organic compounds consist of like protein, carbohydrates, lipids. that are linked with the biotic and abiotic component. As I've already explained you about the climatic regimes like temperature, moisture, light, and topography. The producers are nothing but the plants. It could be trees. The consumers, like macro consumers, are large animals like humans, or you can say tiger, lion, वगैरह वगैरह. The micro consumers consist of fungi and say amoeba, algae, like things. Next, we will talk about the producers, consumers, and decomposers of the ecosystem in the next lecture. Thank you. Thank you for your time.